Sci-Spi.TV, creators of a new genre, Sci-Spi, merging science and spirituality to give us answers to the greatest mysteries of creation. Who are we? Where did we come from? Why are we here? And where are we going? These are the questions that have intrigued mankind for millennia. And right here on Sci-Spi TV, that's exactly what we'll be exploring with guests like Andrew Collins. Andrew is a best-selling author and has written many books that explore the idea of advanced civilizations in prehistory. His books will alter your perception of human civilization in the ancient past. He also reveals intriguing implications about the constellation Cygnus. In his book, The Cygnus Key, he shows how the ancient site Göbekli Tepe in southeast Turkey was designed to align with this constellation of the celestial swan. His evidence reveals that Cygnus was once seen as a portal to the sky world and links this constellation to the ancient giants of myth, the Denisovans in Siberia over 45,000 years ago, when they first presented to human civilizations there. Their presence catalyzed beliefs in swan ancestry with an understanding of Cygnus as the source of cosmic creation. Sci-Spi TV is proud to present living legend Andrew Collins. Enjoy this sneak peek. Every time I open one of your books, Andrew, I just can't put it down. You are such a prolific writer. You make it all so fascinating. And of course, I find these topics so very intriguing. And honestly, who wouldn't? This is our evolutionary journey across time and space and into the cosmos. And I just feel like you that Cygnus has really played such a significant role, and the ancients knew it, and because of your incredible work, now we are beginning to know it, and as you reveal this to us, we can tune into Cygnus as well.
Thank you. Yeah, absolutely. I mean, I suppose we have to start with, you know, who we are and where we came from. And I mean, I think there's more and more evidence coming out through science that life on Earth actually was probably seeded from a comet or asteroid or something, and that the building blocks of life were put in place here, you know, maybe, you know, 4.5 billion years ago, and that within us is therefore DNA, which has its ultimate origins in the stars, and that at some point in human evolution, we worked out that we had a connection with the stars. They weren't just pretty shiny things in the sky. You know, there was some relationship between us and these stars. Now, quite clearly, as to which stars, you know, you were interested in depended on what part of the world you lived. I mean, the people in the southern hemisphere were clearly more interested in the south. Constellations like the Southern Cross, Orion, Sirius, and things like this. Whereas the people of the north, in the northern hemisphere, which of course is most of North America, well, all of North America and, you know, the Eurasian continent, you know, we look towards the stars of the north. We saw the fact that often there was a star in the center of the sky around which the stars would revolve, and that center became the center point of the sky. But of course, what was realized over a very long period of time is that that star in the center moved and eventually would be replaced by another star, and then another star and another star. And these are what we call pulse stars. And in any one precessional cycle of around 26,000 years, there are approximately 5 to 6 major pole stars. And during this period, for a period of about 3,000 to 4,000 years, the so-called northern pole, or the celestial pole, passes through the constellation of Cygnus. It last did this between approximately 16,000 and 13,000 BC. And during this time, it would seem that our ancestors took a particular interest in this area of the sky. And the reason being, quite plainly, is because as this was occurring, this coinciding, this synchronicity also brought into focus the Milky Way, on which Cygnus is located, so that once every night the Milky Way would line up perfectly due north and come right over our heads and split in two, just like a huge great tree. And this was the origins of our belief in the idea of a cosmic tree on which was a bird, because in almost every country of the world, the stars of Cygnus, in addition to being seen as the Northern Cross, the cross of crucifixion or the cross of Calvary in Christian tradition, were also seen as a bird, a cosmic or celestial bird. What type of bird varied from one country to the next. In many, it was a swan or a goose. In others, it was an eagle or a hawk. In still others, it was a vulture. And all these birds have one thing in common. They're associated with the transmigration of the soul. The idea that the soul, both in death and before incarnation, takes the form of a bird to journey between our world and the next.
Tune in to Sci-Spi.tv to see Andrew Collins in the show he co-hosts with Hugh Newman, Archaeoastronomy, Stone Megaliths, and Giant Gods, coming this fall.